everybody, welcome back to another video. As the title suggests, I'm going to talk about 4 things that we need to have from the Two Masters DLC for Ninja Gaiden 4. With the game finally out, I've been playing it and enjoying it, but obviously we do know that there is a DLC plan that will add more content to the game sometime in 2026. I obviously am not going to be talking about things that we already know of that are going to be added in the DLC from the info, like Ryu getting more weapons along with Yakumo and other various things. So this list is more based in the idea of stuff that we didn't have already confirmed, not stuff that people are already wanting, which is kind of obvious. And the fact that they do hint at adding more story content, especially after playing Ninja Gaiden 4, even if I haven't beaten it, I could see a lot of ideas for what they could do when it comes to story add-ons, and that leads me into the first thing I would like to see. The first thing I would love to see is more perspectives of the story from different characters like Ayane and also Ryu, or even minor characters, because I do feel like there are particular routes they can go to expand on the story and where it is lacking in the base game. A lot of people are comparing the game to Devil May Cry 4 when it comes to how that game handled the two protagonists and really going through the same game. And from what I've seen, I haven't actually gotten to play as Ryu yet, I can understand that argument, because it does feel like there isn't much there for Ryu in the story, despite him having a vital role in the story similar to Dante in Devil May Cry 4. And I don't think Platinum Games is that dense to repeat the exact same mistakes as Capcom completely. I'm hoping that Platinum learned a little bit from Capcom's mistakes with that game, instead of just adding a bunch of new characters like they did with that game and not much story or brand new routes that you can go through. This DLC could actually do what Devil May Cry 4 couldn't and actually add a brand new perspective of the story, getting to see things through Ryu's perspective in different areas, since they're giving him brand new weapons, actually giving him a story to show how he gets them, and also other various things would make the most sense. And also maybe getting to play as Ayane for certain levels as well, because unlike Kagachi, you only see her at one point during the game, and I felt like her role was kind of wasted, so getting to actually play as her or see more of what she was up to would be interesting. Speaking of, the second thing I'd like to see is a playable Ayane, or more playable characters in general. I've already talked about the fact that they could add more story content for Ayane, but actually getting to play as her, what could they really do? Biggest problem with playing as the waifus in the previous games is, yes, they were weaker characters compared to Ryu, but they really were just a chore to play as because they weren't really that fun. Not only could you not really change their movesets or upgrade them or even have brand new weapons, you were kind of just limited to what exactly they had at their disposal, which obviously was a challenge, and I won't say that it wasn't fun, but it kind of made things a little bit boring at the same time because you were going to get the exact same moveset in every game. So if we're going to get a playable Ayane in this game, let's actually add more to her kit to play around with, outside of just her shurikens and obviously her 2 swords. Maybe we can add more to her. Even if she's a weaker character to Ryu, where she's still going to be lesser and stuff like that, we can still make her a lot more fun by adding on to her to make her her own distinct character outside of just being a weaker Ryu like she was in the previous game. She's older now, and we get to see that in her new design, so let's actually show that in her gameplay and what we could add to it. The third thing I would like to see from the Two Masters DLC: fuck off. Expanding on Yakumo's character, personality, and arc, and setting up Ninja Gaiden 5. Similar to what they did with Nero in Devil May Cry 4 to Devil May Cry 5, I feel like we could do something similar and set up more of an arc for him in another game as another character in the story. Especially with the name of the DLC being called The Two Masters, I feel like they could actually expand Yakumo's character to set him up to be one of the other protagonists for the potential 5th game. Cause like Nero, he does feel like a mainstay character that is going to be important to the franchise going forward. So expanding on his character arc even more after the game would make sense to some extent. And getting into the 4th thing I would like to see: more brand new enemies and also more bosses. Now, with them adding brand new weapons and maybe potential more story content, I feel like it would make sense to actually see brand new bosses, brand new enemies to kind of counter some of these brand new things that they're going to be adding. And it would make sense, especially because they are giving Ryu brand new weapons, so having brand new bosses and enemy types to fight with for him or Ayane would make the most sense. But let me know what you think in the comments down below and what you would like to see. Make sure to like this video if you did enjoy, or change it to a dislike, it's perfectly fine, and consider subscribing if you are new, and hit the bell notification button to be notified whether I upload. Or it's Ninja Gaiden, Devil May Cry, or any other content under the sun. Have a good rest of your guys' night, morning, afternoon, whatever it is for you in the world. Peace out. Bye-bye.